Also learning more about the two bus drivers involved.
Yeah, that's right. ABC 2's Catherine Hawley spoke to people who knew them. She joins us between where the two buses collided. There's a makeshift memorial that has been growing all day long.
Jamie and Kelly, people's hearts are hurting tonight. This memorial along the side of Frederick Avenue has been slowly growing all day. You can see people have been stopping by, leaving balloons, leaving flowers, writing notes, and sending prayers to the 10 people hurt and the 6 people killed in the devastating wreck. Now, both the driver of the MTA bus, Evany Baker, and the driver of the school bus, Glenn Chappell, were tragically lost. Tonight, we're learning more about both of them. Evany Baker loved her job as a bus driver for the MTA. She was also a devoted mother to her 4 children and an adoring wife. Loved ones are remembering the 33-year-old as a diehard Ravens fan, a wonderful friend, and a special soul. Reverend Donald Wright at the Greater Gethsemane Missionary Baptist Church tells us Evany and her family are longtime members.
We're really going to miss Evany. She was a great part of our church. She was a gem, very special to the ministry. Her presence will be missed for a very long time.
He says the Rosedale woman was active in the young adult ministry, sang in the adult choir, and even married her husband at the church 6 years ago. Family members didn't want to talk on camera today, but they're leaning on each other for support. Even with the pain, Wright smiled, thinking about Evany.
She was one of those personalities that her presence commanded the room. She came in, you knew she was there. Just a smile, bubbly personality.
In Southwest Baltimore, another family is grieving. 67-year-old Glenn Chappell was well known in the neighborhood where he worked as a bus driver for AA Affordable Transportation Service.
He just was very friendly, talked to everyone in the neighborhood, and very like church going. You know, you advise you go to church and, you know, get closer with the Lord, things like that.
For years, Glenn was a familiar face each day at the corner store across the street.
He used to come and stop in my store every morning to get a cup of coffee, and we'd sit around and chat, chew the fat for a couple of minutes, and then he'd say, "I'm off to work, I gotta go, Tony, talk to you tomorrow."
People who knew Glenn say he was always smiling, but mostly stayed to himself. He leaves behind multiple children and a wife. They're hurting and didn't want to speak on camera. People he worked with are also trying to come together to push past the tragic loss.
I'm saying I didn't have the pleasure of knowing him very well. He was really nice, always smiling, ready to get the job done.
A vigil for all of the crash victims is planned for 6 o'clock tonight, right here at the memorial along Frederick Avenue. Live in Southwest Baltimore, Catherine Hawley, ABC 2 News.